Peace and harmony, family. Peace and harmony, family. Peace and harmony, family. I wanted to I was making videos responding to some of the comments, but I don't feel like going through 1,000 comments to speak on something. I don't feel like going through 1,000 comments. So I want people to really open their mind, like really think about things on a broader scale because I'm trying to figure out if I want my hair up today. But yeah, I want people to look at things from like a broader standpoint because I I don't know, it just seems like we have a lot more resources and a lot more things that we can utilize to get us out of this funk and get us um to better things within our community. Like I feel like there's enough resources. I feel like there's enough leaders. I feel like people just need to be active, and I feel like the leaders that are being these examples need to be more into the community. So what I mean by that too is I personally feel like more of our leaders need to be active in the actual community, like in the hoods. Like, and I bring up Black Panthers all the time because just watching that documentary and seeing how they were able to come together and cultivate different ideas that was very beneficial, and you seeing the results. Like even just the women of Black Panthers, how they was making the meals and giving out free food. It's a place like that in Atlanta, on the west side of Atlanta. I can't remember the name, but it's a guy, what is his name? I think his name is like Neom something. But he's on Instagram. He's in this like circle of one circle of ones. I don't know, something like that. With Mr. 2 Weeks Out. I think it's like Neom Davis. But either way, I feel like we should start back gatekeeping our community and our culture because I honestly don't understand, and a lot of this is coming from that Pearl, whatever her name is or whatever she be doing. I don't know the name of her show, but just that alone and her speaking on racism or her being racist and all of that stuff and all these apologies. I want to know, as Black people, why do we accept apologies from people that blatantly disrespect us and then keep it moving? Why do we do that? I feel like we should stop doing that. I feel like if somebody, not a that, I feel like if somebody disrespects us in that nature, that we should automatically cancel them. And I feel like we should stop inviting people to the cookouts. I feel like just because somebody in the other race say something that is profound, they should not still have to come to our meetings or our anything dealing with our culture. And I feel like too many of us give them a say so on what we should and shouldn't be doing. And that's part of the problem because it's like if you look at any other culture, whether they're Indians, whether they're Asians, whoever, they we don't see them on social media talking about their issues, or at least that ain't my reality. I don't know other people's reality, but um that's not what I see. And even on mainstreams, I only see Black people being the topic of discussion. It doesn't matter if it's on podcasts, it doesn't matter if it's on the news. It does not matter. If y'all notice, we are the highlight of social media. If we actually I feel like if we actually was to never get on social media, I feel like social media would not even exist. That's just my theory, but I just don't see, like, everybody has something to say about our culture. And it's like nobody is speaking up enough to be like, okay, you saying enough. it's time for you to shut the fuck up and mind your business. Go sit over there on y'all seat, on y'all side while we get this together. Because it's a lot of that that needs to be had, and we are giving too many people a say so on what is going on within our community. And it is crazy that even I was seeing it was some controversial that was happening on Facebook like a week or two ago on one, I think it was like a Georgia, one of them like Georgia pages where they promote like everything dealing with Georgia. I don't know, but it was like it was pretty much saying a black 100 member black hiking group in Georgia. So if you're black and you want to hike or whatever, you can come join this group. And the comment section took me out. So many white people specifically was saying, well, why does it have to be black hikers? Why does it have to be what is so special about, that group? And it's like, let's understand that when we put a black owned business or a black hiking group or a black yoga team, I don't fucking know, a black sports team, it is to help our people to become more active. Like like we're trying to be active with our community. So I'm gonna be real, how many of us really be going to an event and this majority of it is white and we feel comfortable? Or it could be any race, but I'm gonna choose white since predominantly our history is dealing with white people. Like, how many times do you go to an event that's predominantly white and you're like one, maybe two or three black people that's there? You feel uncomfortable. I'm not, me personally, I'm not going hiking with a bunch of white folks. I'm not. So I would rather go with a group that says black, majority of them are black. That's just how we feel comfortable. Like, why is everything based on the comfortability of white people? And I'm tired of that shit. Cause who the fuck are y'all? No offense, but who the fuck is y'all? I don't get that. Why do we have to live our life based on your comfort? That's not okay to me. I don't feel whole. I don't feel complete running off of what a white person is feeling. Because what have you done for me? What have you done for me? That's what like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Do anybody want to come up here and speak? How do I do this? Y'all, I'm really trying to work TikTok out, but I really don't be on none of this social media because, like I said, it be a lot of people that, um, it be a lot of, every time I get on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it's always black people talking about black people, and then it'd be white people talking about black people and their issues with. That's why I don't like that whole pearl shit, because it's like that, I feel like that's the most degrading thing that you can do anyway, is sit here and as black men really side with a white woman about the issues that's happening between our household. What are they going to teach us? They don't even respect their own women, so how the fuck they gonna come over here and teach us anything? What is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anybody want to come and speak? I want to know y'all thoughts. Oh, y'all, how I do this? I'm trying to figure it out. Because I don't understand. And I'm trying to really understand, but I'm really getting sick and tired. Like, I'm on some, okay, hold on, how I do that? Did I do it right? Oh, I said an invite sent. Did I do it right? Let me know. Talk me TikToking. Hey, I did it right. Oh,
Okay, let me see how I turn on my camera though.
and peace and harmony, goddess.
Okay, there we go. Hey, I'm
Hi.
Alexis. But I agree with you. I just wanted to add, when you were talking about how everybody talks about like black people in our situations, I feel like whether we're right or wrong, when it comes to online presence, we should all just stick together
Mm.
and not make a big fool out of ourselves, because we already know what we have to work on as a community. Um
Mm-hmm.
I I don't even know. Like, I agree with everything you said. Especially our black men too. It's enough going on every day, like through the media, social media, in real life. Um, I just feel like we should stick together and keep our problems to ourselves. And when people talk about them, we should counter it, but positively, not negatively. Um,
No,
so yeah,
for sure, because it's just I see more like black men on these manospheres podcasts talking about like their highlight of the discussion is black women and what they aren't doing, and then they have the audacity to bring in white women, Hispanic women, and this is how they act, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, well, we have so many different circumstances. Like, we have so many different issues within our community and our history. So, what happens in their culture is what fits them. And that's probably why they have this certain ambiance with their men, because they're able to understand and respect each other. But
yes,
when it comes to ours, we have a whole discrepancy, because it's like we not only do we not know our culture, but we've adopted other people's cultures and just their type of romance or Roman antics. So it's like it's not fitting to us. So I think that part we have to really digest and really understand and overstand that for sure. Because I don't be liking that. Like, I
I
really
don't
don't be
either.
liking that.
And me and my boyfriend were just talking about last night how black men and black women, we need each other, especially right now. I know we want to have interracial couples and stuff, but like that, not me, but like we really need each other in order to help build each other up and have that balance on both sides so that we can move forward healthy, for
Right.
our kids, for our further generations. And how things are working out, it seems like they're pushing more of you know black women with white men or other races, and then black men with other races, and it's becoming more and more and more, and it's just like, how do we strengthen our community if we gonna keep splitting up?
Exactly. And that too, like I listen, I don't watch shows anymore because of that, if I'm gonna be like real, because I don't like, and then a lot of times, like, I have a nephew and I have a daughter. So a lot of times they be want to watch stuff with us, but I don't like to, I'm not programming that in their head. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Real Love.
I don't
Um
think so.
Girl, oh my gosh, you gotta go on Netflix, honey. That movie
Okay,
is so
I'm gonna watch it
beautiful.
today.
It's I don't know if it's still on there, but it's a beautiful love story. But that's something that I would show them, because it's showcasing black love and just, being there for each other. But that's more so what I feel like we should show them. And
Yeah,
that's with anything. Programming is a real thing. Like, if we literally understood the power behind media, and that's even when I was telling people about that Black Panther documentary that's on YouTube. I don't know, I might need to go through it and take snippets and show people, but they understood the power of media and how that played a huge part on their narrative and on their community. Because if we leave it up to them, they gon' talk about our men and how they was selling drugs and robbing people. They're gonna talk about women and how women be doing this to children and abortions and all of this stuff. When
it's never
when it
any
comes to
good. It's like good here and there
nothing.
when it's like trendy, but
Hmm.
when it's the other things, it's never really anything good. It's always the bad.
For
It's
sure.
always.
For
But
sure.
that's all I had to say. I'm gonna hop off of here.
Okay,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thank you so much.
Oh, wait, I don't know how to get off, so you might have to remove me.
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to remove.
Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna just
Ah,
exit off. But thank you. Let me
no
follow you.
problem. Oh, what I did. Okay. Y'all, anybody else want to? Yes. What is that? A cute worm. Can let me see. Where you get that from? Cam, go put that back. Please go put it back outside. I don't know what that is. Please don't pick that up. I gotta wash it. Yeah. No. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I promise. Yeah, my nephew be like, he likes to wear his um, Spider Man outfit costume. They are the worst. Hold on, y'all. Let me go through these comments. We definitely need to focus more on our own bloodline. For sure. For sure. Peace and harmony, everyone. Oh, I did not see what's going on in South Africa. Antonio, can you come up and elaborate? Because all I know is are you talking about they got rid of the dollar and they switched I mean not the dollar. I think Africa had some currency and they switched to gold. Are you talking about that? I seen that. But yeah, if you on here, sweetheart, if you can come and speak on what you saying. I don't think he in here still. But y'all, thank you so much for the love. I really appreciate it. South Africa, LGBT. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Listen, I seen a TikTok video yesterday where it was members of the LGBTQ family sitting on this round table talk, and they were talking about, I can't even remember verbatim what they were saying, but I just need people of the LGBTQ. I need help understanding. Like I feel like I get it, but I don't feel like y'all get it. Like if I'm gonna be frank with it, because y'all have a whole community dedicated to y'all. Y'all go and get these surgeries. And I'm thinking after you do all of this surgery that you stay within the community that accepts that and not get those surgeries and go into the heterosexual community. Is that not what is that not right? I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to be in that community and you're going to make those huge transitions, that you would stay within your community. Because I thought that's what all of that. Y'all got like over y'all got hella laws and things in place just for y'all specifically in that community, but y'all rather take y'all community and try and mix it with heterosexual people, then have the audacity to call us homophobes, what is it, homophobe, tramophobe, I don't fucking know. Y'all have the audacity to tell us that we're wrong for feeling the way that we feel, but it's like, how? We accept y'all. We just don't fuck with that. You know? I feel like it's simple. Like we can respect y'all as long as y'all stay where y'all at, if I'm being real. What I say? And there's an all white town in South Africa, no black allowed, make it make sense. Yeah, I don't understand. Like I don't I mean, and there's a whole thing that I'm currently learning. I have a friend, he's current and he has this clubhouse room called Elevation Room, and they talk about like nationalities, international laws. That's currently what I'm like learning right now is international laws, because we think Supreme Court and the laws within the US is something to think about, but it get deeper, y'all. That's a whole nother world. Like I wonder is CP on here. Hold on. I'm about to say he is a guy that I just like met not too long ago from that group, but he be talking about the nationality, the laws, like how to what you call it? I can't never think of the name, but you can pretty much um release yourself from being a citizen, because you're a citizen, you literally have debt, which is not even technically our debt. So it's y'all, that's a whole nother world inside of something. So I'm still learning shit about that. Oh y'all, it get deep. We are so unaware of where we actually are that it's not even funny. Like it's actually pretty like, let's just say there's really never been a government. The shit has been overshadowed and people have just been following laws and shit because of fear being instilled in us. So let's just say there is more to the story than we really, really even know, and we really don't know anything. I think that's been the greatest lesson that I learned so far, is that you think you know, but you really don't know. It's always stuff to be learning. And I wonder, is he's not in here. I don't know how to invite him either. But yeah, I can't deal with this no more. Like I'm on some Tupac shit. Peace and love, brother. Peace and love. Thank you. I'm on some Tupac shit. I'm ready to. Nah, for real. That's why I be advocating for homeschooling as well. We was just outside. See, the point of homeschooling is for you to not do the things that the public schools were doing. So, in for example, when we come to homeschooling my daughter and my nephew, we don't do the shit that the public schools was doing. Like we just came from outside and we was doing yoga and we was working on their root chakra because I have singing bowls. We was working on their root chakra, giving them affirmations, breathing with them, stretching with them because honestly, those things fucking matter more than the things that they are teaching. And it's a book. I think it's called The Mind of Transcendence. I'm gonna have to upload it on here. But it pretty much literally states it is studies showing that when children are introduced to reading, writing, any of this school shit at early ages, like 4, whenever pre-K and all that starts, they are more likely to have a closed mind than an open mind because at that age they're literally supposed to be outside playing using their imagination. Like the more you let children go outside and be with nature and just be use their imagination, the more successful they're going to be when they grow up, the more chances there are to being geniuses. So when we put our children, like somebody said, they said only a fool will let the enemy raise their children or teach their children. And that, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to put that shit on the shirt. I'm about to put it on the shirt because what in the hell? Like, why, if we know, that's what I'm saying. If we know all of this about the system, we know the government system, we know how to get everything with the government, we know this shit. Why are we not using that as a catalyst to push ourselves forward? We know the ins and outs. We know it. But I feel like there are ways around the things that we already know. Like I don't like let me know if I'm tripping. Like let me know if I'm far fetched. Let me know if I'm not being realistic. We having a family meeting. No, for real, I can't stand to be around people or family that don't know these things. And I used to be like that, but I started to understand my growth and just being more patient with people like that because at some point in time I didn't know. And I'm pretty sure I was around somebody who knew more than I did and they probably felt that same way about me. So I'm no longer like I don't force anything, trying to convince anybody anything, but yeah, I don't necessarily I feel that energy and I move accordingly is pretty much what I'm saying. Only thing we needed to integrate was with each other and our families. Keep outside. That's what I'm saying. Yay! Me too. Tupac was sending messages through his music warning us before he got murdered in 1996. Lord, not them putting my birthday year up there. Yeah, I'm a 90s baby, honey. Dinner in the movie, Let Me Make You Smile. Oh, no, thank you. Because I'm trying to get us out of war right now. I'm on a mission, if I'm being real. I have been thinking the same thing. We never should have never integrated. Like, really, though, I agree. Every time they invite them in, it's always some shit. MAK admitted that he led us in a burning house, but it was too late. Man, I honestly feel like, I don't know. I feel like that shit was planned too, for him to be like, it's too late. Because just even looking at some of the pictures from he was shaking hands with the Rockefellers and at the tables with the Rockefellers and shit. I feel like at some point in time through meeting those people that you knew was going on. Like your intuition ain't that bad. I don't know, maybe it was because you was sticking your thing in things that you shouldn't have. Maybe your vision was a little blurry. I don't know, but I feel like when you start to see how deep shit gets, I feel like at some point you do start to read between the lines. So I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like that shit was planned. I feel like maybe the death was not planned, but or he didn't know about, of course anybody gonna know about him dying. But I feel like this shit was a setup. Like I feel like it was a setup. I feel like it was a straight setup. And it's funny, I was talking to an older guy and he was saying how he was, he's pretty old and he was like he was in that time, that era when everything was happening. He pretty much was telling the story and he was like, the crazy thing is the grown people, the older people were against MLK, like the whole integration. But he said, but it was the younger people that was going out there marching and being active. So that lets me know from observation that if we really wanted to um get ourselves back together, that we really need to invest more into our youth and not downplay that. Because I see a lot of posts when people be saying, what's going on with these do that. What is this? But a fucking course. A freaking course. How do I I can do that. Oh, how did that happen? That's cool. Y'all trying to I'm figuring this stuff out. Oh, what I just did. Poor Lord. um the other I actually like this one. Oh, okay. I don't want to do that one. I like this one. Okay. Yeah. But all conspiracies have some truth to them. You're not wrong about it being a setup. For sure. I definitely feel like that when it comes to conspiracies. I'm starting to be at a point where I'm believing more in the conspiracies more than anything because um that has ultimately, to be honest, that's what led me to my spiritual journey. Like reading up on fucking conspiracies, and I'm like, you know what? That actually makes sense. So it's like things that make sense is a conspiracy theory, and things that don't make sense is the truth. How that work? How that work? Oh, thank you. I'm so gracious for that. Thank you, mirror. I am a mirror for sure. Um, but it's too much. We got to stop letting people gatekeep out. We as a black community have to stop allowing other races to gatekeep for us. Because how can they gatekeep and say what we are, what we should, what we are doing within our community? They're not in our homes. They're not watching our children go up and down these streets getting shot at. They're not in their schools where they don't update the fucking books or even give them healthy meal alternatives. They not over here. They not in the homes. So how can they say anything? How? And it's another thing that really grinds my gears. If you are a melanated parent, black parent, and you have children, and your thought process is you want to take your children out the hood, please stop thinking that. And I get it. I get it. You want your children to live a better life, but you taking that child and putting them into a whole different habitat, a whole different energy, like a whole different world because of your fears, you wrong. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like you wrong to take your child out of y'all's elements, like out of your habitat, your community. Instead of running, how about we try and pour into our community? Like I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand. I don't understand for sure. But I don't get that. I feel like that's the most craziest thing to do. Why do I want to take my black child and put my black child in a predominantly white neighborhood so they can get even more racist ass schoolwork and experiences, more racial experiences than me? Now my child waking up, growing up with trauma, and then for whatever reason, when a black kid grows up in a predominantly white neighborhood, They hate their own people. What is wrong with y'all? Are y'all okay? Like, are y'all all right? Like, are y'all really all right? And peace and harmony. Like, I don't get this for sure. More oppression, more depression. Now I got to sit here. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, I had to. This is another thing, too. Um, I feel like we need to stop letting our children watch YouTube. And I'm going to tell you why. Because YouTube is not a place for children. You YouTube is not a place for children. Let me say that again. YouTube is not a place. YouTube, TikTok, social media is not a place for a child. I'm gonna tell you why. So my daughter had a tablet. She she was on YouTube Kids. Y'all, this should be pissing me off. And sometimes, people be doing the weirdest things on YouTube for like content views. It's just weird. Like it's really weird. It's giving pedophilia. It's just it's giving no. So my daughter, she was scrolling and she be sometimes for whatever reason, children like to watch people eat. That was another thing that was getting on my nerves. Like, why are you watching people eat? Now you training your mind that you want to eat everything all the time. We're not doing that. Okay. We already talk about emotional consumption on here and emotional eating. We're not gonna do that. So she was scrolling on her page on her thing and it had spicy noodles. But y'all, why was there two men like on the thumbnail that was like they was kissing each other on the thumbnail on YouTube Kids, y'all. YouTube Kids. And they was just like this. It was a thumbnail. They was just kissing each other, and it was two men, y'all. And my nephew, is he in here? My nephew, he be watching little Spider Man on YouTube. Sometimes they got little cartoons and shit on there. And so I was just curious because I'll be hovering over them. Like I don't, they probably think I'm like bugaboo ish because I'll be like hovering over them, like, what you watching? What you watching? Like, I be like that. I'm that type of parent. So, because you ain't gonna pull the wool over me. Okay. But, and I want to know what you watching, what you consuming mentally. That's what I be concerned about because I understand how precious the mind is. And what you feed your mind, you tend to act on it. So, being that and knowing that information and knowing how vital it is for children at this age, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 7, even 8, I know how spongy their mind is when it comes to captivating uh, knowledge, information. So I know that if my child is watching these things, they're going to somehow keep that in the back of their mind. I don't like that. So I was watching a SpongeBob episode. I mean, not SpongeBob, Spider Man episode with him, and it was two grown ass men. Again, this is on YouTube Kids. Two grown men. They were laying in the bed with nothing on, but like them little. They kind of like speedos, or they was like underwear, and I'm like, I'm I was so lost with that content. And I'm like, is this appropriate like for children now? So I they don't get on YouTube. They don't get on YouTube anymore. Like I'm done with the YouTube. They don't get on the YouTube no more. And if they do, we sitting right here and I'ma pick it. I'ma pick it and we gonna watch it. But even with that, if we get on YouTube, it's a YouTube channel called Sky or Sci. It's SC. It's kind of like the beginning of science. It's SCI Sci-How Kids, but that's more of like educational. Where last week they learned about blue whales, they learned about bees and why bees are so significant to spring. They learning shit like that, like Gracie's Corner. What's the other one? J Tool TV or J Tool TV. I'll be showing them things like that. Okay, my dad know how to spell Mississippi. Okay, I'm doing something right. Shoot. I ain't even finna play with nobody. Hey, so you should don't let society change your parenting. My sister, keep doing what you do. Of course, like I don't. That's exactly why I don't be letting them. I don't let them do that. Like I'm really specific about what they watch, what they consume. That's really big to me, and I really think all parents should be like that nowadays. They over here trying to legalize pedophilia. We don't think nothing wrong with that. In California, California gonna go in the water anyway. But still, like we don't think things are happening, and they're happening right in front of us. We're not doing enough. We're not speaking up on what should be in these schools. Even if we was to put our children in the school, do y'all know they put in it was a TikTok I did where in Las Vegas the children were eating the food at the school, and damn near all them children threw up. They didn't even tell the parents of the children that didn't even get sick. They ain't even telling y'all this shit. Then you got them trying to put LGBTQ books in in the schools with pictures of oral sex and all this. Like, no. Are you crazy? Why do they need to have that much power? Why do they need to be out there that much? I remember growing up and just my mom was able to explain what that is to me. I didn't need to read about it. She just told me and it made sense. Like I don't understand why all of that is needed. So I ain't finna play with no more people. Like I'm not finna do this shit no more. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing it no more. I don't know what I just did. What did I do? And I don't know. But I just want to come on here and talk because I see a lot of people commenting on my video. And can I get a hug? Can I get a hug? Huh? I think he downstairs. Just say peace and harmony, family. She ain't got time for y'all. But you got bigger, you know. Thank you. But we about to go, y'all. That my earpiece. Oh, where my earpiece go? Quick. Oh, here you go. Quick. But Nina, stop. But you want to go back in over there? Okay then. But like I was saying, quick. But we about to have story time. So y'all had y'all little break. But yeah, I just want to come on here and speak real quick about the people leaving all them comments under my post or whatever. But cheese, say cheese. They sound like me. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go because we about to have story time. So if y'all have any questions, comments or whatever, but I'm gonna might have to make an in-depth video on my YouTube channel because quit, yeah, I'm gonna make an in-depth video with some. Damn, you done dropped my thing. Huh? You done dropped my thing. Drop what? My earpiece. So but yeah, I'm gonna make a video on YouTube with pictures and stuff that I research and find all the time. And we're gonna have to and I'll let y'all know when I do that. But other than that, peace family. I will talk to y'all later. Much love. I got it. Thank you. Yeah. I didn't even see it. How you say bye bye. Say bye bye. She playing too much. Move. You be doing that too much.